Greetings and salutations, Ravage Rider here. Let's talk the Insta360 One R 1-inch edition. Man, who names these things? Not long ago, I posted a video on the Insta360 One R Twin Edition. That package comes with the 4K module as well as the 360 module. Since then, I've also posted a video showcasing a few Insta360 One R accessories from RAM mount, the GPS remote, mostly focusing on using it with my motorcycle. Since these videos, I've used the 360 module quite a bit, just trying to get to know the capabilities of the camera. I truly can't wait for motorcycle riding season to begin. Now, in a lot of ways, I think that the modularity of the Insta360 One R camera is brilliant, and I could have purchased the 1-inch module just separately and attach it to my existing camera. But I decided to purchase another complete camera. I'll tell you why in a moment. First, let's start with a quick unboxing. A 1-inch sensor on an action camera. Not gonna lie, this is pretty exciting for me. The box is packaged exactly like the Twin Edition. Inside is the assembled camera. I'm pretty much just in awe of this right now. Here's the accessories box. Inside you'll find a USB-C charge cable, a bag to dry out components, and a camera cage once again with the GoPro to 1/4-inch threaded mount. You'll also get the stickers, cleaning cloth, and of course the manual and warranty info. My camera came with a completely drained battery. To fit the 1-inch camera in the cage, you need to remove the lens cover. Once it's fitted in place, reattach the lens cover. And apparently I'm obsessed with opening the little door. Comparing the Insta360 One R 1-inch versus a regular 4K camera, my DJI Osmo Action for example, is a little unfair, and I absolutely love the DJI Osmo Action camera. Not only does the One R 1-inch come with a much larger sensor, hence the name, but it is also 5.3K. I won't get all nerdy with the specs, but the 1-inch has a 3.2 aperture and the Osmo Action has a 2.8. Even though the Osmo Action's aperture lets in more light, the 1-inch sensor is so much better at low light, as you can see in these examples. For this example, I used the exact same settings: 4K resolution, 400 ISO, 60 frames per second, and a shutter speed of 1/120. While my initial impression of the One R 1-inch camera is very good, I have to admit I was a little disappointed about a few things. I was not super impressed when I found out that the 1-inch doesn't provide hardware stabilization for the 5.3K resolution. It does provide software stabilization though, and truthfully, the software stabilization from the iPhone app or the macOS software is quite good. In fact, it's far better than that of the basic stabilization that the camera offers with basic mode. DJI and GoPro definitely offer better in-camera stabilization. This means if you want smooth video, you have to run it through another process first. Having to run the video through the phone app or my Mac is quite slow for longer videos. Switching from Pro mode to basic mode means that the 4K becomes the highest resolution available at either 24 or 25 frames per second. Something else I found a little disappointing was that even though there are 4 FOV settings, ultra wide, wide, linear, and narrow, if I just drop the unaltered video into my editing software, I'm stuck with ultra wide, no matter what I set it to on the camera. If you want anything other than ultra wide, you have to run it through the Insta360 software first, otherwise you end up with a slightly skewed image. And my final complaint about the Insta360 1-inch module is that its focus length is set to 90 centimeters, which is approximately 36 inches. If your subject is too close, then it will probably be blurry. This is typically not an issue for me, but it's something to be conscious of when planning a shoot. But if you are okay with these few issues, The camera is really good. I plan on using it as my primary YouTube camera. It will oftentimes be on a tripod and I don't always need the stabilization. And with the 5.3K resolution, I can digitally zoom quite a bit and still end up with a 4K resolution. That's a pretty big benefit. Using it in a scenario where I can set the ISO, frame rate, shutter speed, and white balance, I am quite pleased with the results. There are also quite a few filters in the phone app and some of them are worth using. I also have the mic adapter to use with my Rode wireless microphones. Now I don't get the blurry background like I did with my mirrorless camera, but this camera also costs a fraction of that camera, and it's easier to pack and travel with on motorcycle trips. And that leads me to why I purchased this as a standalone camera. Besides the fact that I happen to love cameras, I looked at what it would cost for the 1-inch module and a third battery, and I determined that the value to purchase the whole camera was a better purchase, giving me the opportunity to use this out on road trips, not having to disassemble and reassemble cameras. Plus, if I ever damage my other One R with the 360 module, I still have a second core module. I find it very easy to recommend the Insta360 One R 1-inch edition over other action cameras. It does have a lot going for it, and the app is a huge part of that. Now, I only wish that accessory manufacturers would start making some zoom lenses, maybe a 2x zoom that would screw on to the external mounting point there. I wish Moment were watching this and would make a lens for this camera or multiple lenses for this camera. That would be awesome. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.